Hello and welcome back to Kitten Up Kitten. My name is Sam and today I am working on customised bookshelf. So if you are new, welcome to my channel. I hope that you will stay. If you are coming back, hello again. As promised, I said I would come on and I would show you how I'm customising the books on this shelf. So just to go through what I am using today, I have got my white large Admiral's Zest tray. I have one of my cook pots. This is the purple glitter one. Lost me magnet. Let's move that. I've also got on here a little DAC cover minder. And this is where I am got to so far. So yesterday, beautiful weather. I was outside. I have been outside today as well, diamond painting. Here is a picture of my setup. Hope you like it. So this is how far I've got. So yesterday I was on a really good run. I managed to get 3 whole sections on this canvas done and 2 on the owl. So first time I've had a day like that in a long time. And anyway, I started to get into it, so I have actually done the first of the books. So I have got The Stand, which is a book by Stephen King. So this morning I have done this section here. I've done these 2 and this section here. So 3 sections today already. And I'm going to get ready to do my next section, my next book title. So what I did was I did have a look at the size of the books because that will dictate where I'm going to put the titles. So on this book here, I am going to do The Hobbit because it's one of my favourite books along with Lord of the Rings. So I'm going to put The Hobbit on this one and Lord of the Rings because this is a thicker book, a bigger book. I've got a bit more room. I did have an idea of using some of this plastic and laying it above the top and then using a pen to mark up where I wanted to go. That didn't work because the pen just rubbed straight off. I used marker pen. That also rubbed straight off. So I'm freehanding it. Now on the previous one, on The Stand, I did do that with white ABs because it's on a red brown background. On this one, I want to do it in black. So I'm going to freehand it. And the easiest way for me to do that is to do it before I lay under the other drills down. So I've uncovered 2 sections on this, and this will enable me to lay it out where I want it to go. Now, because we have got some bright green and some ABs on this one, which is good because it's a pretty special book, The Hobbit. It was my first introduction to Tolkien. So what it means is I'm just ignoring what's on that canvas and I am just going to put my drills where I want them to go. So I am freehanding this, and what I'm doing is I'm keeping it to a very, very simple font, because if you get the basic font on, you can then always change it. So I'm just using black so just normal 310. This is purely because I've got loads of round 310 that I can use. Now I'm doing the in a very simple. My light's not very bright today, is it? Maybe it's because it's so bright outside. So I'm probably going to have to make this a bit bigger because I've just realised the E. Yeah, no, I'm changing my mind. I'm going to do this differently. Let's do that and do a lowercase Is that going to work? Yeah, I think that'll work. Right, so let's do across here. Now the reason I've decided to just freehand it is, of course, because let me just see if this is going to work before I carry on talking. Right, so that will work. That won't. So I really need to have, oh, okay. So let's do that. That's better. Okay, so let's bring that lowercase h a bit further down. I want the titles to be in different fonts to differentiate them, if you know what I mean, to make them stand out. I don't want them all the same. Okay, I think it'll work better if I do that. And then I'm going to fill it in. No, I'm going to take that one back out. Take that one back out. So I'm going to scoot it off. And I'm going to add to the, so we've got the, don't like that. That's better. So yeah, just freehanding it is how it's working for me. So I'm going to keep to doing it as lowercase to make it stand out. So I'm going to start, let's start over here. And then all you've got to do is fill the colours in around it. Now, this is the first time I have ever customised a diamond painting. Especially, well, unless you count, I did a diamond painting when I very first started that I did for my granddaughter, and I put her name and date of birth on it, but very much in this style. It was very simple, because it's not as easy as you think putting lettering in. It's really not. So I'm going to extend that one up there. Yeah, I like. Now I've got to think about where my O is going to be so that I can fit in. Now I've chosen to do this with in the space that I've done it, because this end is decorated and I didn't want to mess up the decoration. I will probably do the Hobbit in the same way that, sorry, Lord of the Rings, in the same lettering style as this. Right, I need to leave a gap of 1, so we'll do that. I'll probably keep it in the same style just to make it fit. Now I could get all of this done and then realise I've got to move it again. You know, it is what it is. I'm wondering if that's going to be a little bit high. Yeah, so let's take that one out. Let's take that one out. I'm going to move this one down and that one down, and I'm going to take that one out. Just gonna play with it. So this is a slightly different sort of whip and ramble in that, oh, that could work. I like that. Okay, I don't want it to be too anglier. Do you know what I mean by anglier? Right, how did we do that one? So we did that by doing one and then missing one. Yeah. Do you see what I mean? You've just got to play with it until you get the effect that you want. So we'll move this one over. I don't want it to take up too much room. No, quite like it that way, so let's do that. Let's put that one back. And that's it. Just got to play with it. It helps if you have some idea of what you want to do. So I wanted to give a feel of the Hobbit, of that rune style writing. If you get really clever, you could do them with different colours to give that illusion of shadowing, but I'm not going to. I'm not gonna. Oh, I like. Now I don't know if I want that one up higher. Because I quite like the height of the H. Yeah, let's do that up one higher. And put an extra. Yeah, I like that. So there you go. Nothing too special. I may get more creative on the next one. It's not easy, but I just wanted to list the books that have either meant something to me in my life or have influenced me. And The Hobbit was the first. I mean, it wasn't the first fantasy story I read, because I read the yeah, like that. I read the C.S. Lewis series of books, but it was my first introduction to proper fantasy, really. And of course the Lord of the Rings then followed on from that. I also love the films. Right, that's too high, so let's take that one out. Let's move that one down. One more. No, definitely has to be that one. I'm trying to get it on the same sort of height, if that makes sense. Yeah. So my books that I will be putting on there, The Stand, because massive Stephen King fan, and that is one of two of my favourite books of his. I wanted The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings close together because obviously they're related. I also want Outlander, because those books have also become quite important to me. Yeah, I like. What do you think? Now I could embellish these. You could put a double line in, I guess. I mean, I don't want to get too fancy on this, because at the end of the day, I need them to stand out. And I need them to be straight. So I'll probably be fiddling with that for a bit. But you can read it. That's the main thing. So I've got to try and get Lord of the Rings on this one. Easier said than done. Yeah, I like that. What do you think? So let's leave that at that, and I will go back. Now, I wouldn't normally do a section this big. So what I did yesterday, because I didn't know how much I was going to get done, I mean, you will notice on yesterday's that I did a slightly different, sorry for the banging, I've got drills stuck in my tray. Right, let me pick these up. I have added extra 310s into this pot to take into consideration the extras that I'm using. So what I did yesterday was I actually did put my cover paper back on, so that I was only doing half a section at a time. Probably won't today, I'll probably just carry on. So that's all I'm going to do with the Hobbit. I'm literally going to leave it like that, and I'm going to feel in around it. So what I need to do is to pull this plastic down. I am going to get both these sections done today. I'm just going to be sat outside to do it. So I'm going to pull my paper down to give myself that nice sharp edge. And I'm going to make a start on that bit. Let me just grab my scissors, or a pair of scissors, and cut this down. I don't want to, I've got a little bit of plastic overlapping. Onto the canvas, and I don't want that. So let's do that and chop it off, which is all that the plastic is good for. Now, do I leave it like that, or do I try and embellish it a little bit? It looks a bit simple, doesn't it? Right, so let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can pull this out a bit. So let's do that, and then I'm going to fill this bit in. Helps if you actually have a drill. Oh, you see what I mean? Right, let's leave that one in there. Okay, let's move this one over. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep playing with it until I'm happy. I wasn't particularly happy with that one. So let's put in another row down there. Like that. One there. Nope, because that's going to mess that up. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. I guess the beauty of having such a large area, I am actually managing to get my hand on the sticky at the moment as well, which is never a good thing. But do you know what? You've got that area. I think that that will probably be the easiest way. Oh, I like that. That's better, isn't it? So that's a little bit more like that, but I like the fact it's lowercase. So let's do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill my H in first. Looks a little bit more, like I said, you could choose a different colour to give you the effect of shading. I'm not going to get that clever with it because I'm not that clever. 'Tis the truth. So I'm going to nick these. I'm going to nick one of those because I can just rebuild it again. That's better, I like that. Okay, so let's move this right over, and we will fill that in that side, and then I'm going to do, if I can pick it up, going to be swearing here. I'm sorry if I'm going quiet. It's because I'm concentrating. Right, don't like that one. That one I don't like. So let's get rid of that. We will then start our first bee here and do that as a double along that edge. I'm just hoping that I'm not setting myself up for a massive fall when it comes to doing Lord of the Rings. I may have to do the Lord of the Rings in a bit more of a italic typeface as opposed to block like this. But we won't know until we try, will we? At least you guys can learn from my mistakes. I think that definitely looks better. Let's take these out. I probably need to bring those over one. So let's do that. The beauty of having poured glue, because of course if you were doing this on a double-sided tape canvas, I would suggest finding a different method. So what I had considered doing was getting some graph paper, measuring the area that I had and drawing the pattern on graph paper first. Oh, that might work better. Because that way you could work out exactly where you were going to put your drills. No, it doesn't look like a bee if I do that, does it? Right, so let's pull that one off. So yes, I have got black drills all over the place. No, it definitely needs to be there to give that roundness. Better, I like. So we want this one here. So I'll use what I've already got down. So it's certainly not easy. I honestly thought I'd got that finished then. But, you know, if it doesn't look right, all you can do is change it. It will, of course, depend on what your book title is, you know. I wouldn't suggest doing anything too big. So the next book will be obviously Lord of the Rings. The one after that will be Outlander. Yeah, that's better. Look, it's that 20s style, isn't it? That's what it reminds me of. Next one will be Outlander, and then the end book. Now on Outlander I've got quite an embellished bit, but I'm going to have to go along that. I think I'm not going to fit it in this small part, so I'm going to have to go into the pattern. The last book will be King Rat. I don't remember who it's by, but it was a book that my father had when I was a kid, and I borrowed it, and it's based on a true story of a group of British soldiers in a Japanese concentration camp, and made me cry. So these are all books that have either meant something or changed something for me in my life. So I'm going to do double eye because it will look weird if I don't have that dot on there. No, let's leave it. Right, so let's do another T, and I want the T at the same height as the H's and the B's. That's definitely going to stand out, isn't it? So I do apologise that you're watching a whip and ramble on me figuring out how to do the lettering, but I promised that I would come on and show how I've customised it. So lo and behold, this is what you've got. I actually think that looks better. Let's take that one out. You can read that, can't you? Does it look like a T? A lowercase t. Cannot pick this one up for love nor money. Definitely better. I like it a lot. As Jim Carrey would say. Okay, definitely finished with that, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, don't drop your drills on your sticky canvas because it's never easy to get them back up again. Never. But yes, I'm happy with that. That stands out well. It will vary. I do have some ABs left over that I can put in if I decide I want to change colour. Got a black drill stuck in there. I'm just gonna yeet it. I've got a million. Okay, so that means I'm going to start down here and get these T's done. Let's go for a massive section, why not? Because it's nice and straight line. I'm quite pleased with that. So today, again, I've got a day off. Yesterday and today I have done so much diamond painting, it's crazy. I am not sorry. My husband has this morning gone away to Hungary. He's off for a stag weekend. So he won't be back for a few days. I'm back at work from tomorrow for 3 days. I'm doing 12-hour shifts, so I won't get any diamond painting done. Certainly in the next, I will at work on Saturday and Sunday. I will take one to work with me to work on at the weekend, so I might get a section or two done, but certainly not the amount that I've got done this last 2 days. It's been fabulous to spend this amount of time diamond painting, and especially outside, because you know, you've got to make the most of the weather. We did have a thunderstorm last night. I put the awning up yesterday, which fixes onto the front of our sunroom, and I came down at about 1:30. It was still raining then, and had to tip all the water out of the awning because it had collected. I do find with the multi-placer that I sometimes have to scoot the drills over, because otherwise you can see the little white bit of the training circle around it. So I just moved them by hand. Can you believe it took me nearly half an hour to sort that lettering out? I figured I'd do it on this one because it's a shorter title. I was pretty sure you wouldn't want to watch me trying to work out how I'm going to fit the Lord of the Rings on there. But I will. That's why I've chosen to do it in this order. Now this canvas will be going up on the wall. I intend to put it in my snug because when we finally get a way to decorating the snug properly, it will be like a craft come reading room type thing. We don't have a TV in there at the minute. We will have one day. At the minute it houses my Welsh dresser with my diamond painting stuff and that on it, including all my kitted up storage cases. It also houses my husband's drum kit, and it also houses the sofa bed that me or my husband take turns sleeping on, depending on who gets to sleep first. But it's quite nice because this background bit on here is a lot of colour blocking, and with a multiplay so I can whiz through that quite quickly. So I'm literally picking the colours and just working the way up. I'll leave the smaller ones and fill them in when I get to them. So I don't have any plans today other than picking up my daughter at 4 o'clock. She's got intervention, GCSE revision today. Going to have a nice simple tea because it's just the three of us, with my husband not being here. And I intend to have a nice hot bath tonight and wash my hair and chill out. I'm not doing anything too strenuous. Fridays are always difficult at work because they tend to be quite busy. But if I can get the hard work done tomorrow and get everything set up for the weekend, I won't then have to do it the weekend, which means that I can get diamond painting done at work, which is never a bad thing, is it? That's what I love about diamond painting. Some people have said that it's not very portable. I disagree. Especially with the better quality canvases. I have a pretty postal tube. So with this canvas here, because I've started working on it now, I will roll it. It's rolled this end anyway, but I will roll it that way so the drills are out. It goes into a postal tube and my case has got a handle on it. It's like everything I need goes in my case. So I put a tray in there and wax or double-sided tape or whatever it is I'm using. I have a pen in there, pair of scissors, everything I need. And I just take it to work with me. I think it's very portable. And all I do when I go on holidays, I tend to take a smaller one. But it depends what I'm doing. So if I'm still doing this one, there is no reason I couldn't take this in the caravan. Depending on the size of the next square one, I might be able to take that one. I may take neither and just work on the little cheapy ones that I've got in the caravan, because I don't get as much time because we're doing stuff. But it is completely portable if you want it to do. So I'm going to do my number 2. Sounds good, doesn't it? Oh no, I'm not, because they're ABs. Let's do them last. So let's get the brown ones, because the 3371. It is a little bit cooler today, so I have actually put a jumper on it, and I'm now regretting it because it is very warm in this sunroom, which is why I decamped out into the garden under the awning, because it's a little bit cooler out there. Got a bit of a breeze, which is nice. So yeah, I can see the little white training circle around those drills. So I'm just going to scoot them along a bit so I can't see it anymore, because it will drive me mad. So I've done a lot of filming. I've done a lot of editing in the last couple of days as well. So there are videos coming up. You may already have seen them, depending on when this one goes on. But actually, I've done more diamond painting this week than I have in the previous 3, I think. I most definitely have. So I'm quite pleased. I'm guessing I'm almost halfway on this canvas. So that's quite good. So considering it's quite a long one, it's not too bad. I shall soon have to be thinking about what I'm going to do next. I have put up the Whip and Chat with the details of square canvases I've got to do on next. Not sure whether I'm going to do the same thing again with the next round one or not. I may just pick one to do next time. I don't want to do it all the time. I don't want it to be the same all the time. You know, there's nothing interesting about watching the same videos over and over again. I'm always going to be looking for something different. There we go. So the good thing about these book titles is that they are a lot of colour blocking in the background, but it does give them some depth. I'm just hoping that when I start getting these green colours in, that black stands out. I think it will. And I didn't want to do all of the titles black either. So that's why I did the previous one in YAB. I think it came out okay. Might need to refill my wax. Right, I shall be back in a second. Okay, just took a quick break. It's very quiet today. Haven't got any questions to go through because I did all of those yesterday. I'm just going to straighten that one up. So I can't even do that today. So I'm sorry if it's a little bit of a boring whip and ramble. But I have enjoyed immensely having the time to just sit and diamond paint. It's been a long time coming. I'm sure I will get some time in the caravan. When we go away, we tend to go shopping and we'll get something to eat. We barbecue quite a bit when we're in the caravan as well. And obviously in the evenings, sort of we get back late afternoon. And then in the evenings we'll play a game or we'll watch TV or, you know, I'll do a bit of diamond painting. It depends. I mean, I take a small light pad with me. It's kind of easier, I guess, for me because I do diamond paint flat. I would imagine, just not to that one, I would imagine that if you use an easel all the time, it's probably a little bit harder, to be honest. But, you know, I manage pretty well. Right, so let's do this. I'm just going to do this T symbol, which is this beautiful green. But all of this, these number ones here, are all ABs. So that's really going to make that word pop out, I think, which would be lovely. I did catch up on a lot of whip and chats yesterday because that's what I do when I'm diamond painting. I tend to watch, so yesterday I think I watched 3 or maybe even 4 of Rebecca's. It was really, really nice to take the time. She was working on Mother Earth, so I'm about a month behind on her videos. So that's what I was watching yesterday. I haven't been watching Miss Crochet and Coffee, or Miss Coffee as it is now, as much because she's not doing as much diamond painting. And I haven't watched anybody else recently because I just haven't had the time. But I do like to watch diamond painting, whip and chats while I'm diamond painting. Because like I said before, it makes me feel like I'm not alone then. And a lot of the time recently, the only time I've had to diamond paint is when I've been filming. So it was lovely. I had a good run yesterday. So 2 sections on, now was it 2 sections on Snow Owl or was it 3? No, 2. 2 on Snow Owl and 3 on this. And this is now my 3rd and 4th, because I'm doing 2 spaces today. So I'll have done 4 on this today, which is a phenomenal amount. I've got a green drill in the middle there, don't know why. Can I get it off? No, let me use my tweezers just to pull that off. I obviously dropped that off my pen. The little amounts that I've got down here I will do at the end. I just want to work on getting these big sections done. And that's it. I really do not have anything to tell you, because I'm pretty sure I did most of it in my last whip and ramble, unfortunately, which was only yesterday. I filmed that yesterday. It won't be shown the next day for you guys, just because I'm trying to space the videos out a little bit. So yeah, when I'm multi-placing, if I can still see that little bit of white, I literally just use my pen like that to straighten them up again. I am still watching Naked and Afraid. I'm watching the Naked and Afraid XL now. So let's get these in around here. My mum is upstairs diamond painting. She is working on the rainbow little dragon that I got her for Mother's Day. So that's what she's doing at the minute. But yeah, not a lot going on. It's a bit quiet, which I'm not sorry for. It's a beautiful day. The birds are singing. It is just rather warm in this sunroom, but I don't want to faff around taking my camera mount off and put it on the table outside. The little table that I've got out there, little bistro table, has got it hasn't got a solid edge on it. It's like a thin metal edge, and then you've got a glass tabletop, so the camera mount wouldn't fit on there very well anyway. So I didn't want to move. I didn't want to move the camera out. That's better. I'll get that one in. Yeah, I think that's going to stand out okay. Again, like I said, I do come in with my straightener when I finish sections. Sometimes I will do it as I go. Sometimes I will wait until the picture's completed. But I think I'm fairly neat. Probably not the neatest. Not as neat as Rebecca. Her placement is always bloody perfect. But a lot of that is because she single places. It is a lot easier to keep it neater if you single place. I'm not going to lie. But that is the price you pay for getting that speed in. For going for speed as opposed for, you know, just taking your time and single dotting. I mean, this is a massive section for me to do in one go, so I'm not gonna make you sit through a whole whip and chat of these two. I just wanted to show you how I was doing the lettering, really. I can't think of any better way to do it. I mean, like I said, I did try with the plastic using a pen, and in actual fact on this one I actually did dot with a black pen on there to outline where it was going. Didn't like it, so yeah, I decided to just go with freehanding and see what happened. I'm quite pleased. You know, you're definitely going to be able to see what the books are The next title will be the biggie because it's quite a long one. And in actual fact, these books that I am putting the titles on here, with the exception of King Rat, because I haven't read that in years. I might have to now. I might have to try and find it. But The Stand, I reread regularly. The Hobbit and The Lord of the Ring, not only do I reread them at least once a year, I watch the films at least twice a year. Outlander books I'm rereading at the minute. I also like the programme. So they're all books that I return to, with the exception of King Rat. I haven't read that for years, but I think that is because I don't think I will ever get that same feeling again that I got from the first time I read it, from knowing the hardships that these guys went through while they were incarcerated with the Japanese. And it basically consists of this group of prisoners breeding rats and selling the rat meat to get other food. It was a pure survival thing, but absolutely brilliant story. I don't remember who it's by. I'm sorry. I got a terrible memory. What can I say? Right, I'm just going to reload my pen with some wax. So, yes, I am still using pink wax. No, I don't know why. It's there. I can't be bothered to clean the pens out to put tape in. So with my wax, I'll just give it a good old squishy. And then I rub my thumb along the top of it and it just takes off any excess. And obviously the single placer, I will get a little bit that will squish out when I use it, because like I said, I'm quite a hard presser. Not quite so much with the multi-placer, but certainly with the single placer. And what I've been doing is, if I've been getting any residue on my drills, I have been literally just rubbing it off with my fingers. You can also use a soft toothbrush to remove any wax, any excess wax. That works very well. But it does what it does, you know. I will come back and get any single ones in a second. I haven't yet really taken a look at budget companies for diamond paintings yet. I'm probably I will have a look over the weekend and then I will make a decision on where I'm going to order from after then, and do it for when I get paid, because I've already got a Klarna order to pay off for Diamond Art Club. So I'll do it when I get paid, because I'll know I have some money. Whether it'll be fan sales or somewhere else, I don't know. GBFKE, I think, was one that I was looking at this morning. But again, like I said, if you've got any recommendations, I mean, I wouldn't mind trying a couple of the ones that come up on Facebook. It just means that I've got to do a reverse image search to make sure that I'm not, you know, stealing from any artists, because I'm not about that. So it may be a fair few stock image ones, but, you know, I'm kind of interested in doing different companies. I just don't want to be stealing from an artist. That's not how I roll. But I do want to do some of the budget companies, and you guys are, you know, quite a few of you are telling me that you find Diamond Art Club out of your price range. So tell me who you go to. What companies do you use? Because I will reverse image. I will reverse search all the images that I see anyway. So tell me where you're getting your diamond paintings from, and I will pick a couple of companies to try out. I can't say any fairer than that. I will certainly give them a go. Okay. Looking good. What time are we up to? So let me get these. I haven't filled my pots up recently either. I probably need to go through and fill up some of these pots. I haven't done it for a little while. I do tend to do it at the end of a diamond painting session, just so I'm not wasting time at the beginning of the next one. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to be continuing on today and getting these, at least this big section done, just so I've got 2 done. But I'm quite pleased with how the lettering's gone so far. Like I said, I don't think the Lord of the Rings is going to go on in such a bold typeface. I'm probably going to have to do that one in single lettering. We shall find out. I've never altered a picture before in any form, so this is a new thing for me. So let me know how you think I did. I think the easiest way for me is to put down the bare bones. At the end of the day, with the round diamonds, you're doing a geometric style, aren't you? So if I get the bare bones of each letter down, I can then add on to it to make it stand out more, or to get it to look the way I want it to look. I mean, it's quite hard when you're doing curves and you're having to do it on a diagonal with round drills. I would imagine square would be even harder. In actual fact, the one that I did for my granddaughter was square, so it wasn't the easiest, but you know. Any ideas that you might have on how to do the lettering different, please do let me know. I am all for advice. Yep, quite like that. I think the black's going to stand out beautifully against all those ABs. It really is. Yeah, I like it a lot. So I'm going to get this diagonal slash done to get that brighter colour in the background there, and then I am going to go and I will finish off camera, just because they're all ABs and I don't want this video to be too long. I literally just wanted to show you how I was working the lettering out. I didn't have a plan beforehand. I literally did the one yesterday and thought, okay, I shall go with that again today, because it did work. But if you have got a... No, I'm putting them on the wrong one. Oh, for God's sake. Again. Thank God it's poured glue, so I can just slide these across. Yeah, doing it on a double-sided adhesive canvas, you would not have the movement to be able to do this. Oh my word. placement is so bad. I can see the symbol in the background, so I might have to straighten that up. That's what's happened when you're not concentrating, you see. Putting the wrong colour on, but it goes to show that we all do it. In actual fact, when I first started this canvas, because I'm working on the side, I put the wrong colour on quite a lot of a section before I realised and was able to change it back. So do you know what? You just pull them off and you start again. It's no biggie. No biggie at all. I'm not going to start single placing because that would be silly. Look how quickly you can work your way through if you're multi-placing though. And I am getting much better at the multi-placing. I still have the odd problem now and again, but not very much. Most of the time I'm just moving them up a little bit. So let's get those two. Those three. Look how well that black stands out. I absolutely love it. And I love the fact that this canvas is now a one of a kind. Because unless you've got someone who's exactly like you and chooses exactly the same books, you're never going to have one the same, are you? And I love that. I'm all about the originality of the artwork. I am tempted to buy the dog bookshelf one. That's kind of cute, but it's very big again. It's like, how many really big canvases do I want? Especially with the speed I diamond paint at. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. You know, I've done quite a bit of diamond painting today, but you can see the lettering on that. I'm just going to move it over so I can see through the viewfinder. Yeah, you see, that stands out well. I like. So that is it from me today. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to carry on. I'm going to move back outside. Make the most of this beautiful British weather while we've got it. Thank you for joining me today. Please do leave any comments, advice, ideas, etc. below the Whip and Ramble. I will cover any questions in my next one. It is, as always, over and out from this Kitten Up Kitten. Bye bye.